Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GCF's Mats and Marks, the first official episode of the new year 2020. It is your boy Hollywood Hogan.
I'm Rossi Montgomery, man. You guys know.
And this guy. I am RJ Wallace, GCF owner. You're probably wondering where our good friend, well, my good friend, Joseph Saint is. He's out, enjoying his little vacation. It's
you don't know what he's doing?
It's New Year's Eve. He's scouting some talent.
He did say he was scouting
over
talent.
Across Southern California, because we're trying to expand.
Can I give a shout out to him?
Post people's rosters.
Shout out to Saint.
Job.
Dude, thank you for the scarf, man. It fits perfectly. It looks nice.
I didn't get a scarf.
It's nice, dude. Did you get a scarf?
Was this like a company-wide thing, or?
Well, so what happened was I didn't get anything sent to my place, so I thought that was crazy because I was like, Frosty's got to get a gift. So I went to the offices of GCF. I saw a package. The guy had me sign for it. Dope scarf. I just figured it was.
To the GCF offices?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had hours.
Yeah, their hours are really weird. I'd show up at like 4:20. It was fine, but I signed it real quick, and then they gave me a scarf, and I was like, awesome, man. So it looks good. Saint, thank you so much, man. I'm gonna wear it like everywhere.
All right.
Well, let's just jump right into this. Everybody had a safe New Year's, right? Because I had a way hungover.
I don't know what safe New Year's means, but I was hanging out with Saint and TJ Suave and a bunch of random porn stars.
Dude, that hangover was a killer, man. I wish I was immune to hangovers like TJ Suave. We miss you, brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't see you come back.
Know how he does it. I don't.
Seriously, let's just jump right into
1 week he's getting banned from Facebook. Next week he's hanging out with all the stars.
And that stuff he drinks is not vodka. That's a work. It's something much stronger.
It's good though, man.
Well, we are in for a very exciting 2020 for GCF. If you don't know, February 8th, GCF officially returns. Do we have a name for that show yet, or are we still?
We're still
negotiation stages of that.
We're trying to book the card, but 2020, we're trying to do big things, new things. The venue that we usually run out of, formerly known as the De La O Dojo. It is now called the GCF Dojo. You got a GCF shirt too?
Dude, I got a GCF
Look
shirt.
Look at you being a company guy.
I know, right? Hey, see?
Welcome to the company.
2020. Really?
Look at it.
Okay, that's good.
Saint told me to be cordial and be nice.
See?
Can't we just... It's usually when Saint's here that I get all mad.
I know. See, it depends.
It depends.
He's got such a personality.
Yeah,
he brings it.
I feel it.
Regardless, 2020, guys. Like they're saying, 2020. GCF is not only just coming back. We haven't been gone that long, but
we haven't.
It's overdue. We're coming back in a big way. We got the stars lined up. We got the card lined up. I'm gonna once again let you guys kick-start that.
Well, we don't have a name for it yet, but the card is already shaping up to be an absolute banger, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, let's talk.
Amazing.
Let's talk about the highly anticipated triple threat match that's going to determine our official number one contender, because that's been an absolute cluster trying to figure that out. You have Guy Cole, who did pin your champion at the last show. He does have that in his say. Justice for Guy Cole did make its rounds on social media. Got a lot of support for it.
It still could, get a good push, going on. We got Joey Barone, and we got
history with the champion.
Lots of history.
Yes, we've seen the video here on this show.
He came over here a couple months ago, and showed a video, and there's history there, man.
Absolutely.
And Mikey O'Shea, feels like he has a lot to prove, and he wants to claim the GCF gold, and now he has to go through Joey Barone, who he had a match with last show that didn't really go so well, and Guy Cool. So, I mean, I guess you can say the odds are in O'Shea's favor, but I don't know, man. Guy Cool's got the momentum behind him. We might get that. Get that Daniel Bryan, push.
He does have the support of the crowd, and again, he does have that pinfall victory over the champion at the moment. So that's huge for him. And I mean, he should technically get the match. He does have a reason to get that match, honestly. Now he has to win that triple threat and then possibly have the biggest match of his career against Caddy for the championship. And that's going to be very... Mikey O'Shea, in my opinion, I mean, his record speaks for itself here in the GCF compound. Undefeated in the GCF ring. I mean, he could technically say he's probably the best in the business right now, in the company right now, because he has a lot undefeated every show, just killing it. I'm just saying it. Every guy in this triple threat match has a claim to that title and to be the number one contender to go against Caddy.
Mikey O'Shea has never lost a match in GCF, man.
That's just facts. That's in the history books.
Dominant.
But to say that he's the best in GCF right now, does he have any gold around his waist? Does he have any gold on his arm? No. See, I don't even give credit all the time to our other champion, the UV champion, Tony Reyes. But Tony Reyes is a fighting champion, and he's got that strap on his arm.
True.
Caddy obviously has the prize belt right now. So, Mikey, big man, calm down. Don't take it seriously, bro. I didn't curse. We're good. I just need you to know you're understood, and we get it. You deserve everything. But there is a line. I don't care if it's you, Barone, Guy. All of you deserve a lot in GCF. But prove it. Prove which one of you actually really deserves to step up to the champ. And then that's when things get really interesting. I'm just saying. Well, it's going to be a great match, but...
And speaking to the depth that we have on the GCF roster, I know, things aren't going too well with your group Divine Intervention.
I mean, my group, I never said it was my group. I hang out with the guys. They're good. I like them.
Is DI fine?
Well, they are my boys. Is DI fine? I think DI's fine because Caddy told me DI's fine. And if the champ says so...
But does Caddy really know if DI's fine?
I mean, Caddy's the champ.
Last time we saw them all...
that was fun.
Fight back here.
Granted.
Very cohesive group there last time we had them all here on the show.
Okay.
One well-oiled machine.
Come on, guys.
Trouble in paradise.
Again, before the new year. The new year's now going, guys. Everything of the past, it's the past. It's done with. We're moving forward.
You got a point. I mean, we shook hands. You're right.
You're
right.
I think the things in DI right now are, rightfully so. Things weren't going the way they should have been for every member of DI. They had to learn. They had to get rid of some, in some eyes, the weak link. They had to get rid of some people from the past, this or that, move forward, keep going. I think now DI knows what they're doing, and which brings us to another match on the card. We have a tag team match, and the first tag team match of a tournament to get this tag team titles going finally.
In 2020, GCF is going to crown tag team champions, and the road to that starts February 8th on this card.
One of a couple of qualifying matches to get in to the Four Corners match, which will be set for a later date in 2020 to crown the first ever GCF tag team champions, and it's going to be Thunder and Lightning, my boy BA. He used to be your boy Azrael, and Divine Intervention, Flores, and Helmuth. That's a team that has been very dominant here in Southern California throughout many companies out here, and they are a much fit team than Thunder and Lightning, even though Thunder and Lightning are the current reigning OCCW Tag Team Champions. They had a battle for it the other day, but there's no stopping Helmuth and Flores.
And there's a lot of history there as well. We've seen all four of these men in the last two GCF shows, so watching them once again, just to qualify. Think about that.
Lots of bad blood, too. Azrael took a cane to the face of Helmuth, to no avail, because Helmuth hits his own self in the face with it. But there was a jump out ceremony. It was on some blood in, blood out type shit.
Yeah, wasn't fun to be a part of or even watch. I think again, the idea and the reasoning, testosterone's off the roof, man. Everybody's going crazy. I think we're going to put the things right. This is the stepping stone to DI being fine. DI, after this night, will move forward in the tag team tournament. They'll beat whatever team puts after that. They'll beat that team after that, and they will be crowned the first ever and the inaugural GCF tag team champions. And then everybody will be put at ease, and everything's fine.
Well, I mean, it's also noted that, you know, we mentioned Tony Reyes a little while ago. Freddie Helmuth still has his shot.
That's that claim.
At Tony Reyes whenever he wants it.
That's a big deal to have, because theoretically
this means
he
wherever.
could use it whenever, ever. Tony could be getting a soda. Tony could be stopping by, signing an autograph for the kids. You know, the kids love him. I don't.
Tony could be at his house.
Tony could be at his house. Helmuth can knock on the door. Kane shot.
Anytime, any place. That's the stipulation there.
That's
2020. Again, I'm going to keep hyping it up. There's just so many things going into GCF, going into the new year. This February 8th card, though, I mean, these are two really good tag teams that we've had the pleasure to watch for this company for plenty of shows in 2019 and before. And we're going to lose one for sure in this match, leading up to then eventually crowning new tag team champions.
Only one of these teams can
is moving forward
to this Four Corners match.
Just shows the importance of it. Yeah. We're definitely going to crown the best tag team that we could find.
We might have to make this match 2 out of 3 falls. We don't know. Have to make it no DQ. I don't know. We might have to put it in a cage. I don't know, dog.
Do we have that budget?
We don't.
Okay.
But
we could build it. We could find some people. Home Depot. I know some people. I know some family members that could build it.
We can get it. We can make it happen.
All right. Then cool. Then we're fine.
Home Depot, $5 an hour. We got it.
Jeez, $5. It's not the 1920s, dog. Damn.
But
I got family members that do that, brother.
It is the roaring 20s. They say like the 20s restarted.
I mean, some of my uncles call it the rolling 20s, but we don't go there.
Oh,
we don't touch that. We don't, because it's a gang thing.
I get it, man.
So yeah, February 8th. It's all setting up to be a phenomenal show. We don't have a name though yet, but we'll get there eventually. But so far we're already.
If you guys have an idea for a name of the show
that's not owned by any other company.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
nobody cares about TNA.
If the company can't sue us, we'll take.
So that means,
and then you have to sign a disclosure so you don't sue us later on as well.
You know,
OVW.
We'll take OVW
XPW.
Names. Yeah, you know, we'll take suggestions.
Barstow. No, you know, it doesn't matter. We'll
Full Throttle does have a ring to it. GCF presents full. No.
Seems like something TJ would present, but it would probably be.
I think Vince already introduced that for his company.
I think TJ was smoking something called Full Throttle the other night. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Is that the new TJ exclusive?
It might be sold only in certain stores.
We got a company drug test coming up too. This is good for.
We're doing that.
Yeah, people might get suspended for 30 days. We don't know.
We'll just introduce an insurance policy first. Anyways, also returning February 8th to GCF, SoCal Crazy will be making his return to the GCF compound on February 8th for, the name to be announced later on. So, yeah, SoCal Crazy returning.
It's always good to see my guy SoCal Crazy. I mean, we don't know. Well, I mean, I know who his opponent is, but we'll announce the rest of the card as the weeks go by.
I mean, it's already shaping up to be a very stacked card and a great start to the year for GCF.
And it's only 2 days. We're only 2 days in.
2 days in, man.
Only 2 days in, and I already wish it was February 8th. I mean, it's amazing what can happen in a year. I mean, 2019 was great for us. We made some strides.
A lot of building blocks.
We got our feet in the door. We had big.
I got
matches.
both feet in the door, man. They stayed inside too.
We got both feet
cool.
putting your ass by me and Joseph Saint. But we don't talk about that. It's in the past.
2019, man.
We shook hands.
2019 is in the past.
Yeah. We shook hands. We shook hands. We're good.
Yeah, see, we're cool.
But I mean, like 2019 was a huge year for GCF, and we can only go up from here, brother. That's all we can do.
He said brother too. That's how you know it's real.
Yeah.
Well, before we jump into the next topic, now that we have Rossi here and we obviously know his connection to Caddy, I would love to know if you have a preference in the triple threat match to declare the new number one contender.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I touched on it already. Three great athletes. Not taking anything away from either of them. I've mentioned multiple times, Rossi Montgomery can manage anybody, anytime, anywhere. I don't care. I will take you guys higher. get those titles around your waist. Once again,
Wild card
I
rule?
manage the champ.
He's
I manage a
he's
champion.
manager of champions.
I've managed one champion, and it is the greatest champion. I'm just saying.
I mean, that counts.
On the
my
resume.
resume can
On the
only
resume.
get better from here.
You're 1 for 1.
See?
I mean,
Prove me wrong. Come on.
Some managers can't say that.
Exactly. So I'm just saying. But looking at it, I think any matchup would be great. I do love, because it's just the poetic aspect of wrestling. It makes it even more of an art form, makes it beautiful to me. I do love the idea of bringing back that history between Barone and Caddy. I don't think we're done yet.
Unfinished
and I don't
business.
think that GCF audiences have truly seen what either of these guys can do. And we know their history. They touched on it. Both of them now even. But let's put them together in a
Mr.
ring.
Wrestling and the
one-on-one.
Dad Bod God?
See? Just saying. And again, Barone, if the times were different, if shoes were on the other foot, maybe I would absolutely love to manage Mr. Wrestling. But
Really?
unfortunately, I'm already managing
Service
Mr.
is already
Wrestling.
taken?
I'm managing Mr. GCF Wrestling.
Ooh.
Damn.
That's Caddy.
Put that on a
So,
t-shirt.
I would love to, man. Let's do it. Shirts. We need more shirts made.
We do need more shirts.
I'm still waiting on mine. I didn't.
If you
I had to
wearing
take.
one.
I don't
Did
even
you
think I
steal that
paid
one?
for this one, dude.
It's fine. We'll let that slide. It's all.
Sorry, guys. Cool.
It's fine. No.
But no, at the end of the day, whoever wins wins. But I think GCF deserves it, and I think the audience and myself would love to see a Barone Caddy
In the
title,
GCF ring.
GCF reign in the newly officiated GCF dojo.
Oh, that sounds good when you say it.
I like it, dude.
sounds
Rolls off the tongue.
It's good. It's good. But
Speaking of the GCF dojo, I mean, we kind of dropped the bomb on OCCW last Saturday at their last show. It was literally the end of the world. Damn.
it blew up.
Damn. It's over there. It's over there.
You saw it too.
So what happened? What had happened was, so me, myself, and my good brother Joseph Saint got in the ring, got called into the ring. We don't like getting called to the ring when it's not our show. We're just sitting there, just trying to enjoy some wrestling, and just not be seen or by anybody or shake hands and any of that shit. We don't want to do that. But they called us to the ring, and wanted us to do some promotion, wanted us to let the people know when the next show was. So my man Saint let it be known that, hey, we made a deal. The GCF dojo is ours, and this will be the last OCCW show y'all will see in that dojo. And much to the dismay of not just the crowd, but at least my friend still, Joey the Bull Santana, there were a lot of angry people on the OCCW side because now they don't have jobs now. But it's all good. Hey, look on the bright side. We'll get you guys discounted tickets to the GCF show on February 8th.
You always need help setting up chairs.
True. I'm not trying to set up.
Luther needs help.
Luther does need help. You know what? Luther's a star now.
I don't know what he needs help with, but he probably needs help.
Luther's gonna make y'all put chairs.
He
up. That's what
is.
Luther's gonna do.
He is the head of chair assistants in the GCF dojo, and he's gonna do a damn fine job.
It's a great manager for that job.
I mean, does he not?
The head of chair assistants?
Yeah.
Why?
We
why
can maybe
does that,
fix it. I don't know.
Why does that job have a title?
Every
It
job
has one
needs a
now.
title, man. Yeah, it just like
Oh god, we need to make him a t-shirt that says that.
some of
Bring it
these
back to
companies have
staff.
like 4 vice presidents that do nothing. I don't know which companies. Some of them do, but it's a new year, guys. So
Do you get a free hot dog for helping? We don't sell hot dogs.
we don't sell hot dogs.
We don't eat pork. We don't eat pork in this company.
We don't sell handshakes either, man. Like it's
You want to sell bean pies too?
Yeah.
No.
bean pie.
What? It's a black thing. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's Black History Month. It's coming up, so you should probably brush up on your Black history.
All right. I will. I promise.
And remember, don't say anything insensitive to black people at this show.
Never. Come on, man.
If there's any show that not this one,
Not this one.
Not this one.
Especially no. You're
Yeah.
good.
or
We
candy
have
or
any-
pizza, we don't give anything out for free.
Who's asking for free things?
Some chick, I don't know.
We don't give free things.
We don't,
I don't even get free things.
Yeah, who's giving out stuff for free?
I don't even get things for free.
I don't get things for
I have to
free either.
sign for it when it's not for me, and then
You
I
got a
just take
scarf
it
and a
home.
t-shirt,
Wait
man. I
till
didn't
the
even
girl
get
at the
like
snack
anything.
bar turns around, and I just take a soda and walk away. That's
I mean, I guess you're the
all in the
boss, so I
budget.
guess
you
it's
know,
all in the
but like
budget.
she
I don't know.
she stiffs me. I don't get it.
Oh, well,
February 8th, more
February
information
8th.
coming your way. A name, poster, all that information, how to get tickets, all that information is coming your way very, very soon. I mean,
At
month
the
away, pretty much.
GCF dojo. When I
Yep.
tell you, the GCF dojo is going to look so different. I mean, we're not going to paint the walls black,
About to say we're painting?
even though that was like an idea I had. But you know,
That'd be
we
cool.
can't be too disrespectful. But it's going to have a whole different feel, a whole different look.
Getting
It's
streamers.
going to look like a streamer. It's going to look like a GCF
streamers.
show.
It's in the
We
budget
are
now.
going to show you guys this year what GCF is really all about. We've showed you with the talent in the wrestling. Now it's time to show you when we have GCF everywhere. When the environment is GCF, when it's just GCF. All right. So this is probably the biggest show we are going to have yet in this company. Mark my words.
he said it. We just work for him.
Thank y'all for acknowledging that. See, I knew you.
See?
I knew
You got a
could
scarf
do
and a t-shirt out of it. I
it. You got a scarf and a
We're
t-shirt.
gonna
on.
get you a scarf, man. We're gonna get matching scarves. It's gonna
thought it
look
was like a
really good.
company-wide thing, man.
It's not. Black people don't wear scarves. I don't know where these scarves came from.
Should we get into the
That's definitely a Joseph Saint thing.
wide
It
world of
is.
wany news?
Let's get into the wide world.
Or do we got any
of
more else to
wrestling.
promote for?
I mean, I feel like.
I mean, I would love to drop all the gems,
But we gotta let them-
We're giving them a
yeah,
taste,
yeah.
just a taste.
we'll
give
feed
me
you.
the
We'll
taste.
feed you, baby birds, but not all right now.
Jesus.
We'll get you.
I mean,
next
but
time.
before we get to the wide world, I also wanted to bring in a good brother of mine because he's also a wrestling insider. I mean, I brought him in. I didn't read the email that you were here until I got here.
Oh
So-
man, well hold
so
on
I
now.
was
I think
bringing
we
it.
got another chair.
Yeah, we
there.
do have
So-
another chair.
Well, hold
So,
on now.
Without
It's a
further
good-
ado,
it's a good time.
I mean, he's a hip hop extraordinaire. He's worked for other wrestling companies. He's the host of a very successful wrestling podcast called The Quincy Jones Show, and he's just been added to the team here at GCF. We popped a little bit of the bubbly the other night to celebrate. Here's my good friend, Mr. Quincy Jones. There it is.
Well, there he is.
There it is.
Oh, it's-
This is why we need streamers.
That was we need streamers.
yeah,
there
there
we
it is.
go. I mean,
Yeah,
that
we
was-
need to, we need to get streamers.
was
We need to
great.
get you- Yeah, let's get you in the
I think
frame.
I'm light skinned. I ain't got to put a
See, we gotta have at least one light skin on the team. That's how it
we
is.
go.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. What's going on, people? Quincy Jones go. Finally got me on the show.
Absolutely, man.
Honored to be in front of Hollywood Hogan as
up,
well
brother?
as Rossi Montgomery as well. Been watching the product. Excited to be on the show. Excited to be part of GCF.
I'm
There we
glad
go.
to hear somebody's been watching the product.
Right? He knows our names. He's got it right. It's
I have. It's my job.
I stand
You
by
said
it.
I'm an insider.
He
I
is
gotta
an
be on
insider.
top of
See?
stuff, man. This is what I do.
well,
You know.
well. There we go.
And I
So,
watch Matt's and Marks literally almost every week.
Oh,
so I'm always
shit.
I'm
Look at
always in the
that.
chat. I'm always in the chat. So
Dang.
finally
See?
finally popped my Matt's and Marks cherry.
So
Happy
we
to be
do
here.
we
go.
do
We
have
do here at
fans
GCF. We pop
once
cherries
in a
here.
while.
Well,
Yes,
you know,
see?
you
Popping
can't-
One of the
cherries.
five
can't
people that
say
watch us on
that
YouTube.
too loud.
We
There's a
can't-
lot
We
of
can't say that.
there's a lot of stuff.
It's 2020. It's different. GCF. We never said we're PG.
I mean, that's no Me Too shit. I mean,
not
I'm
us.
just saying, like we pop cherries around here.
We pop a little bit of the bubbly.
We do. I mean, that bottle.
Review it.
That bottle's a health hazard, but I mean, the champagne
Dude.
was good.
Yeah, don't
Well, that's
if you're
good,
not
man.
ready to drink it, don't take the top off. The cork pops off immediately. You saw it.
Yeah.
Joey saw it.
Well, see, there we go. So careful with your bubbly, kids.
It's a hell of a
Kids,
bottle.
bro, kids.
It's a hell
I
of
mean,
a
they can
bottle.
order it
Jericho
probably,
knows
I don't
exactly
know.
what he's doing.
Order responsibly, kids, and then drink responsibly.
He's still. It's you can't.
It's the bubbly. They're gonna. Come on, man. Either way, man. It's you know. Let's get into it.
Let's get into the
Hollywood,
wrestling.
take us there. Show us and tell us what all the wacky news is with wrestling.
That was a great introduction. I want you
thought
to do
so.
that more often.
Pretty good.
I love that.
That was good.
Whack. I like that.
That was nice.
Jump right into Sports Illustrated has named Jon Moxley the Wrestler of the Year.
You're
Yeah.
kidding.
Heard
No.
about this.
Yeah. What?
Wrestler of the Year, Jon Moxley. Please, boys, react to Sports
I'm gonna
Illustrated
drop it
crowning
right now.
Moxley
I don't know if you've even done it yet.
the Wrestler of the Year.
I don't know if you've said it yet for this edition. I'm gonna use the first one. Fucking why? And not even in like a complete disrespect. What has Jon Moxley, the character Jon Moxley, done since becoming Jon fucking Moxley again that's wowed me? Has he won any?
Well, see,
I'm
fuck.
glad you asked that.
Well,
I was about
US
that.
title,
I
yeah,
guess
but the U.S. title in
Well,
Japan.
let me say why. Well,
It's
this is why
like-
Sports Illustrated crowned him, by the way.
I was about to say that there has to be some type of criteria back in this.
They
right?
crowned him because of a successful debut with AEW in their first pay-per-view.
Check.
His New Japan Pro Wrestling debut, winning the IWGP United States Championship. His match with Kenny Omega, and that's about it.
I would at least
So Sports
reference a
Illustrated
different
only
match,
watched
but yeah.
the big event. Sorry.
I was gonna say, so you watched 3 pay-per-views?
I mean, they didn't make
And
any
one-
more mentions about like a lot of his like the G1
Like the
matches he
independent.
had. Or
Yeah,
anything?
well, the New
That,
Japan
or
stuff
even-
was in there.
Or
Okay,
even
that's
his,
good.
Yeah.
his
That's good, yeah.
even his like independent wrestling shows that he showed up to, like kind of like
Oh,
right
yeah.
in between doing
Well,
stuff.
those weren't even really mentioned that much.
I
The main
didn't
one was the
know
AEW debut with the
Sports Illustrated
IWGP US title, the G1 tournament,
Yeah.
and
My-
then the match with Kenny, which
I was never a fan, obviously, of Dean Ambrose. I'm still not much of a fan of Jon Moxley, but my whole thing is just I don't think you've done enough in the time that you've come back to being you that you deserve to be number 1 for sure. Top 10, I'd still say that's a fucking stretch. 25, maybe.
and just
In the last year of all time,
in the calendar year.
In the
which is what
calendar
they're
year,
going
no.
off of.
Moxley wouldn't be in the top 10, not even
No.
the number
I
10.
feel like
really?
Sammy Callahan
Well,
had a bigger push than
Yeah.
Moxley did this
Well,
year.
I'm not arguing that. I guess
I hate Sammy Callahan.
for me, I'm looking at it at perspective. It's like people could have their own personal opinions about Moxley,
Yeah.
his wrestling style, all that. That's all good. But the impact he had leaving WWE,
Yes.
and how that had a ripple effect against how they are locking down talent now, and that's kind of a bigger impact
think
outside
to,
the fourth wall. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
for myself, the biggest impact that he had, no pun intended, on impact,
Yeah.
was showing up to AEW. But I don't think, speaking of myself, I don't think I was even remotely surprised.
No,
I knew it was
we
coming.
happening, yeah.
I knew it was going to happen
Yeah.
sooner
Yeah.
or later.
We knew
Did
they were
I
gonna
know it
spend
was
the
going to
money on
happen
him.
it was their debut
Paper-
episode.
it was
wasn't
it was their debut show.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view.
Did
pretty
I
much.
necessarily think it was going to be then? No, but what better way to steal the ratings and secure your spot on
Well, it was their
top?
Lex
Definitely,
Luger
yeah.
moment.
It was.
It was a smart move on his
yeah.
part, 100%.
Very.
Yeah.
So I give it to
The
him.
fact that he's being compared to Lex Luger should tell you something.
Well, it was
That's
it was
funny,
that
'cause that's
moment.
good.
I've been getting a lot of Lex Luger comparisons with Kenny Omega.
Woo!
As
That's
in
not
terms of
good.
this is he's the WCW version of Lex Luger to AEW basically.
That's not
This
good.
big move to
sucks.
go. He's not.
Oh.
I was
Hey,
like,
man, turn
well,
into Sting.
Yeah, Hangman.
mean-
Hangman's like Sting.
Well, okay, fine. Let's settle this. I want each of you to tell me the wrestler of the year. Then, just go down the.
Razor Ramon. Oh, for 2019.
2019.
For any year? Oh, okay.
see that, but it's tricky because it's not gender exclusive, right?
Not at all.
Because it could
We
be
could
Tessa.
make it that.
It could be Tessa.
Ooh.
Could be Tessa.
It could be Tesla, yeah.
Shit.
Which, by the way, since you said that, they did name the woman wrestler of the year, and it was Becky, Sports Illustrated.
God!
So,
Boo. Should have been
for
Tessa.
2.
Should have been Tessa.
Well, I definitely agree.
Did they
Becky
not,
had a
did
good
they
year,
not watch
but-
NXT? Hold on, wait.
Yeah,
what?
exactly. I mean,
Rhea
Oh,
Ripley,
Baszler.
Shayna,
yeah.
Shayna-
Baszler had a
Shayna gets so
phenomenal
much
year.
heat and so much shit.
Candace?
Shayna deserved every.
Candace.
Io Shirai.
Over Becky?
Candace always has a bad year, bro. I want more for Candace, but
Yeah.
they never let her do nothing.
No.
Okay, so male wrestler. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, people would probably argue Will Ospreay match quality wise.
I would even say it as like a mainstream thing. Seth probably should have got it.
Maybe Adam Cole, man.
I mean,
'cause,
I
like,
was
he
gonna
winning
say
all
I
year.
didn't want to sound like the mark that I am sometimes, but Adam Cole absolutely
Dude, he had
is
a
is a
banner year.
front runner.
Adam Cole. And
Match
Adam-
quality.
Adam Cole,
through the
Johnny
roof.
Gargano.
I was gonna say if Gargano didn't get hurt, Ciampa didn't
yeah.
get hurt, they all had great years too.
Even though to me it sounds funny, and now I hear more people recently kind of start to say this. I don't think he deserves what's been getting to him right now, but AJ Styles is still pumping out great matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
The U.S. title
Very
stuff,
true.
it was whatever. He did it. Whatever. Now it's
Still
kind
gonna
of seeming like they don't know what to do with him or Gallows and Anderson, to where I'm always like, please
Yeah.
just go
Well,
back
they're
to
trying to
Japan.
build up the U.S. title so Brock could take more days off. That's the whole focus right now with Raw.
I mean, I keep hearing that they already have like a new design for the U.S. title,
Right.
but they haven't
really?
like pulled the trigger. I've heard they have new designs for
They better
the
bring that spinner
the
U.S.
SmackDown
title
tag belt
back.
too. Oh no,
That
we can't.
spinner
go.
U.S. title.
Spin it back. That
No,
toy.
we can't be going backwards, bro.
Exactly.
They already got
That was
rid
ahead
of.
of its time, though.
They just got rid of the last reminder of Cody Rhodes in the IC.
Getting rid of the white
That's
strap.
true.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
That's fair.
and then they started the Dusty Rhodes Classic on purpose. So
Well, I have that in news. I'll get into that
While
one
also
right now.
telling him that he cannot trademark
yeah,
his
exactly.
own
That's
father's
the
name.
biggest dude.
Yeah.
I know, we're just
I
pumping
know.
him out
Can't
real
get
quick.
you can't get your dad's name, but we're gonna do your dad's tag team.
Okay, so we're not going to
What-
try and jump too much since Hollywood's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it. But was anybody really surprised that WWE wasn't going to let the trademark for, regardless of who it is, but a name like Dusty Rhodes? I think it was kind of stupid for Cody to think that he was going to get it.
don't
He
know.
deserves
In a
it.
way,
It's
yeah.
his dad's
Technically,
name.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
yeah,
technically,
I don't think he.
It
It wasn't a fool's errand, but
Yeah.
you can't blame him for trying.
No.
But it's
When it was just all aired, I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
and he's still gonna fight for his
No,
lawyers.
yeah,
So
he's
they're
still-
still
I
going
mean,
for it. They still
good
have
for
hope that
him.
they can get, because technically it was just blocked. He wasn't really
Okay.
told no. It was just blocked from because he wanted it immediately because they were going to use it soon.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it was just
clearly.
yeah. So they're still going to be working on it throughout the year. So it wasn't technically told no. It was just right now the judge blocked him from being able to copyright the name.
I do know that on last night's Dynamite they referred to the brothers as the Rhodes brothers, on as a graphic.
Well, that wasn't that.
Oh,
Taz's
really?
mess up
No.
there?
I'm not
Oh.
talking about the commentary when they advertised the Rhodes versus who's it, the Lucha brothers.
Yeah.
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 They called them the Rhodes brothers
Oh, wow.
on the graphic.
Yeah, but
so-
Taz did have that stuff.
Yeah,
up as
but then
well.
he's
He was
like,
like
oh,
Rhodes. I mean Cody.
Rhodes, Cody. Cody.
Oh damn! I haven't seen him in 10 years. I was like, I don't
Man,
know
that
what to call it.
was like
My
JR
bad.
and Jack Swagger.
My bad,
man.
dog.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
it's,
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's that copyright thing is interesting because I know that WWE is also like, dude, they're trademarking a bunch of old ass freaking like events just so
They are.
that they can have
So
them.
no one can
Bunkhouse
take it.
Brawl.
Well, they're doing it so that they can act like they're gonna throw an event and make it like a shit show like Starcast.
Yeah, it'll be a
Yeah.
live
And then
show on
just
the
so
network.
that they can have like a current
The claim to it pretty much, so it's not
100%.
taken because
And it's like it's smart business, but it's just such a.
It's just
petty
going to be a
move.
live show in some random city that they put on the
Yep.
network
Like
on some
fucking
random
Starcade.
Saturday.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or
yeah.
Starcade. That's what. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. Yeah, but I don't know, dude.
Well,
It's
talking
sad.
about
sad situation.
New Japan Pro Wrestling, they will not have a U.S. TV deal this year. Contract negotiations with Access Television fell through. A lot of people were wondering why. Well, it came out today that Access wanted New Japan to have a working relationship with Impact Wrestling if they wanted to stay on the channel. New Japan has had beef with Impact since 2010, since
Yeah.
the way they used Okada.
Yeah.
So that was never going to happen. So
Dude,
New
they
Japan
massacred
said no
That
thank
was
you.
awful.
And so New Japan will no
man.
longer be aired on any U.S. station at all in 2020.
It's kind of confuses me because didn't they start 2019 off with like announcing like an expansion in the U.S. market?
Yes.
And then they closed 2019 with like taking their broadcast in the U.S. market off the
Yeah.
air.
So none of those will be aired here.
That's
I mean,
so
you can get on
weird.
New Japan World, but I mean,
Which even then it's like
Yeah.
limited to devices and compatibility and all
Watch
that.
them
But
take the
still,
English compatibility off too, so you have to watch it in Japanese.
you gotta learn. They force you to learn Japanese.
Take that, yeah.
It's like, oh fuck. Well,
but the biggest thing I thought was funny is that New Japan literally felt disrespected that Access would even mention Impact and try to make a working relationship there. Which,
God.
I mean,
Impact is keeping.
me and Rossi know something
keeping
about
that-
disrespecting
Keeping the
New
lights
Japan
on?
Pro
Is that
Wrestling.
what they're
Been
doing?
there, done that, already
True.
dealt with that
Cease
before.
and desist, man. It was
Damn.
fun, dude. I was just at the show. I didn't even try to meet anybody. There's a dude in like a taco mask. I think I pissed him off probably. You know what? It was
Probably.
probably him that got offended. Now
Well,
thinking back,
We're not welcome back at all, remember?
we're never going back to the blue Luxor ever again.
Whoa, wait, we can't be disrespecting the Long Beach Pyramid like that, man.
Oh, is that what it's called now?
I'm a Long Beach State alumni, so
Oh,
kind of.
I mean, that first show was
Fine,
dope.
we can't.
That show was dope.
We can't go, but they can.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean-
banned, but
Alright.
it's talking.
I mean, if they're not at Long Beach anymore, like maybe.
Yeah, we'll go to
maybe
that
we
one.
can get you
Yeah,
in.
that's true.
no, I think we're banned from any New
I
Japan.
mean,
Pro Wrestling.
how did their
I
show
think
do
I am.
earlier in 2019? Because they didn't have any of the.
Didn't do well.
I didn't think so.
Oh, the one in Long Beach?
Yeah.
Did terrible.
As
Did
soon-
really
as
bad.
soon as the Elite left.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're so mad at the Elite for leaving. I'm like, bro, that's not their home. They want to be closer to home. Like, why are you so
Forced them in Japan. the whole time.
crazy? Yeah, you guys trying to just force us to leave.
And then it goes back to the whole disrespect angle that now Kenny can't even go back to Japan and work at all because they're just bitter
Dude,
about
they're
the
just
whole
pulling-
situation.
Not at all.
Pulling his travel card. I
Yeah.
was
They're
like,
about to
come
put,
on,
they're
dude.
about to put
So
the
much
booze
money
on,
being
bro.
wasted.
Oh, you're
Everybody
gonna
Japan.
compete for a different Japanese promotion and not ours? Like, yeah, it's,
About to put the crazy 88s on him and shit.
Jesus.
I want to see that. V-triggers for everybody.
Arn Anderson has officially joined All Elite Wrestling, signing a
Yes.
contract to become a coach, a trainer. It's also looking like he's going to be Cody's manager, which
Double A.
Yep.
so Arn Anderson
That's interesting.
officially now a member of AEW.
So we got 2 horsemen under the AEW banner,
Yeah,
correct?
Yeah, Tully. Yeah, Tully and Arn Anderson.
One's dead, right?
No.
There's so many formations. Who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I was gonna say. I mean,
The original four.
if
horsemen.
Oh, always.
I thought you were
think
mentioning-
isn't always.
Uh,
See, we should not be named.
Technically, 2 are dead because
Yeah, I was gonna say, actually,
Looks
2, yeah.
Benoit's dead.
Pillman,
Oh yeah,
Mm.
3. All right, 3 are dead.
Luger's good as dead.
Dude, you know what? I saw Luger at Starcast
Sorry,
when I went
Luger.
to freaking fuck, I forgot
All Out?
no the one in Baltimore.
Oh, a full gear.
Full Gear. Went
Yeah.
up to Full Gear. I went to Starcast and dude, Lex Luger. I had this attitude when I saw him just because everybody was just like they feel. But then when I saw him struggling in his chair, bro,
You're like, never mind.
I was like, oh shit, it's the Express.
So
I was like, oh
so the
shit.
Lex Express is broken down.
Yeah. It was one of those things. I'm like he doesn't.
That's messed up.
I'm like he doesn't
It's
need.
messed up. I can laugh at it. I mean, it's
he
still
doesn't need
messed up.
my verbal lashing.
You
He's
said
good.
it, man.
I was like, we're never gonna see him. It's fine.
So we're not booking him in 2020?
Yeah.
I never thought I'd
Coming
see him.
February
He was right in front of me.
Then
I was
again,
like,
it's
oh.
like when you still see Sabu try and wrestle, and you're like,
Oh,
dude,
man.
I need you to
That's
stop.
fun.
It's either, dude. It's either you're gonna
Because-
tweet or you're gonna wrestle. You can't do both. Bro.
Yeah, and you can barely
Pissing
do.
people off doing both.
You
Yeah.
barely do either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love you, dude. I love me some extreme wrestling,
I'm-
but come on,
exactly.
man.
I'm a huge fan, but when you see it now, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
So,
Unless he wants to come for Tony Reyes.
I wouldn't do that to Tony Reyes, man.
Yeah.
Sabu would literally murder Tony Reyes.
Oh, really? You think that?
No faith.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick
No,
with the
not like
GCF banner
not,
on this
not
one.
not like wrestling wise. Like Sabu would try to stab Tony Reyes.
He's not New
He's
Jack.
not. I was gonna say he's not New
No,
Jack.
no.
Dude.
You don't know that Sabu's like
As
literally
much as
gone
I would love to
insane.
see New Jack wrestle in person, I don't want to see him kill a person
Yeah,
No.
in any wrestling
It was
ring.
hard watching it on TV. It's
Yeah,
fun,
exactly.
but like frightening.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, he actually threw that guy off a fucking roof. Never mind.
He did not care.
Hold on.
Yeah, I
No
watched
regard,
that
yeah.
mass incident thing again recently.
The mass transit.
Yeah, Matt. did
Man,
say
you about
mass incident?
mass,
Come on,
but it's mass transit. You're about to have a GCF compound incident.
Yeah.
You have to bring him
It's
over.
not
here,
gonna
bro.
be good.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Oh,
I mean
man.
Luther, you trying to wrestle New Jack?
Oh,
There we go.
initiation.
Proven.
Initiation.
Proven ground.
Don't do it.
But no, to Hollywood's no, yeah. Arn Anderson, I guess he's officially officiating what the Nightmare Collective is what they're calling him. Between both him and Dustin is what they kept saying on air. So
he's managing both of them, it seems, at the moment. Or the tag when they're a tag team, and then when Cody's
Yeah.
solo. Well, the biggest question a lot of people have is, does Cody really need a manager, and does he really need Arn there ringside? I dug it last night.
so,
It looked
yeah.
pretty decent.
yeah,
thought
I
at
didn't
first-
mind. I didn't mind
Yeah.
the little things he was doing, like covering
Yeah.
up his mouth and like telling him like use your knees and
Yeah, like does he necessarily need it? No.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was the
Does
Yeah, it's-
does it bring something kind of different? Yeah.
I
And
guess it
think
kind of like
it's-
brings like a balance on the playing field if he's going up against MJF and
Yeah, I
Wardlow.
mean,
'Cause he knows he's
yeah,
gonna hit a
if-
spine
if we're
buster on
think- if we're
Wardlow.
thinking
Oh,
of-
exactly. Yeah.
If we're thinking of Cody's character though, and the way he's been kind of like booked, I feel like Cody's kind of trying to like find himself again as a wrestler.
Yeah.
So I think Arn is kind of just there, like, hey, you
It's
know,
guidance.
I feel that.
Kind of be like,
some
yeah.
It's like a
guidance,
Force Ghost.
you know?
There you go. Now you're thinking.
There we go.
I'm just thinking like a booker,
Crossovers,
you know?
man.
You want creative?
Crossovers.
Yeah, man,
Over-
you know, that's what I usually just sit in the meeting and just say, yeah.
So yeah, that.
All right,
that
let's get
works.
into the glorious wedding that took place on Monday
Oh,
between
my
Lana, Lashley, Liv, and Rusev. Before we get into everybody's opinion, obviously it was trending everywhere. But the biggest thing about this is that they released two videos on YouTube, one of Liv returning and one of Rusev ruining the wedding. Both videos combined hit over 6 million views on YouTube, which is a ridiculous amount of views for just a WWE Raw video. They never surpassed that. Both videos hitting over 3 million views. This storyline is not going anywhere anytime soon. It's getting the views. The ratings went up this week from the previous 3 weeks. as terrible as this is, and even Katie Vick was freaking trending after
Oh
the
my
wedding.
God.
This storyline isn't going anywhere. Vince McMahon apparently loves it. He's getting praised to Paul Heyman, and this is obviously a Paul Heyman storyline through and through.
Yeah.
If you still don't think this has Paul
Dude,
Heyman written all over
If
it.
starting
You're in denial.
Woo!
No,
I
you're
mean-
in denial, dude.
But over 6 million views for 2 videos. I do a lot of WWE reactions, so I know the kind of like views they get on their
stats,
videos.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is an insane amount of views for 2 videos. That's for one. That's insane. For 2 of them, insane. Please, my boys, let me know.
They said that this was their highest watched video second in 2019, second to The Undertaker coming back to help Roman Reigns.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, second to the Undertaker video. I'm like, gee. And then, I thought it was storyline with her tweeting out, I got to address my haters. We did, a 40% increase in the last hour on it with this segment. I was like, what? Like, longest 20 minutes ever, right?
Yeah,
like,
I just did not
it's,
like that
I don't know, man. Like, but the other thing that worried me was, they were in Hartford, Connecticut, so I heard that Vince and Triple H were not even there. They're probably at home.
Not even in their hometown.
And the thing is, when I'm watching this, I'm thinking, oh man, there must be so much broken furniture watching this shit. And then I hear Vince loved it. And I'm like, so this is never going away. I'm like, this is going to be addressed first thing on Raw next Monday.
Oh, it's already stated that something's going to happen at the Royal Rumble with this as well. That's already happening.
The legs need to be chopped off.
And you know what? It's not going to happen when it gets that
It's
numbers.
just, I don't know. It's like there's good shock and there's like, I don't know, man.
This is what people, they brought Liv Morgan back for.
That's I think, and
What was the point of the vignettes?
I'm more upset with how they kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
But I know it's kind of too early to say that. But other people are more upset because obviously they expected her to be the Abigail to Bray and all
And
that.
that didn't make sense at all.
No.
It was like for one, that's not his character anymore. First of all, he's doing his own thing. He's on SmackDown. They already said she's on Raw. For what reason would she come back as Sister Abigail? Look, I knew as soon as they had those little video packages of her and taking a shower, blonde hair,
and all this stuff.
another generic blonde-haired woman wrestler in WWE. That's just what it is. I mean, this is
Dude,
Paul
when she
Heyman.
came out, at first I thought it was Dana Brooke. And then I had to look, I was like, oh shit, this is Liv. I'm like,
Nah,
with the Harvey Dent suit on and shit. You know what I mean? I was like, what is this about? But that's a whole other thing too, is like, as much as
should have had Liv go after Bobby Lashley. So it's 2 white women going after Bobby Lashley.
why was Bobby getting mad? Like his
like,
girl got a
I ain't
girlfriend.
touched that woman.
Yeah, he was like, so
I ain't never seen this woman ever in my life.
See, they don't know Bobby's character. A real guy would have been like, "Was good."
Lashley was way too triggered.
I was like, wait.
There's room for 2.
Wait, did he do that?
There's room for 2 at the
Hey,
altar.
you should have pulled a Tommy Dreamer. Then that would have been
Dude.
full Paul Heyman.
He's not hardcore enough. That's how you know he was from the fake ECW. He wasn't from the real one.
You're not gonna get
We see through you, Bobby.
He won the first ever ECW
He
elimination
didn't win
chamber.
jack shit in ECW. The ECW that he was a part of was
It's a farce.
Remember,
It was a farce of it.
remember when he helped Donald Trump shave Vince McMahon's head?
I don't acknowledge with anybody who helps
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Rest in peace to Umaga.
Did he technically?
For sure, rest in
He
peace.
so-
He killed Umaga.
He-
No,
he
Not
supported-
enough.
Donald Trump?
They don't
Maybe.
even mention him, bro.
I don't know.
He supported Donald Trump in winning that match.
Are you saying that he had Samoan allies? Is that what you're trying to say?
There was some collusion involved.
This is some McMahon collusion. I don't know if you want to be a part of this, RJ. It's a dangerous
True.
game.
I mean, I'm already.
How do you guys feel about
the?
the fallout from this coming from the LGBTQ community? And
Well,
because there's a lot.
Joey Ryan had a very interesting tweet.
I did see that,
That got
yeah.
a lot of hate after the next day.
Sonya Deville should have been.
Well, the thing
Sonya
is,
tweeted some stuff
Sonya
as well.
and Mandy
She
have
did tweet
been.
herself.
They've been pitching ideas similar to this.
And I read about that too. So
And they've been, they were like,
Sonya
no,
and
we're
Mandy
not in a place to do this.
Well, apparently
Oh.
WWE kind of came out and like, well, if you guys watch Total Divas, you would have known that Sonya's girlfriend was not comfortable with her doing the whole Mandy storyline.
That's
But-
a fake reality
When have
show.
they ever-
I was gonna
Exactly.
say,
This is
as-
scripted.
and
as
that
a
was
wrestler-
WWE's response.
As a
to it.
wrestling
ever
fan?
respected people's spouses' wishes.
Exactly, for one. As a wrestling fan, though,
Exploiting Eddie G
no one is
after
trying to
this.
carry over storylines from Total Divas
No one's
over
watching.
to Raw, SmackDown, anything.
I mean,
so
technically
to
they
have
did it
that
like twice.
mentality, I know.
I feel like it's just, a
Is-
very small percentile
Yeah.
that watch both.
Not enough. Okay,
know,
look
like-
at it this way: kids aren't watching Total Divas. Kids are watching WWE programming.
I mean, they might
So
be
the
watching
adults,
Total Divas.
anything, yeah, sure. But again, anybody gonna watch a story? Anybody that watches Total Divas, myself especially, would be like, "Oh man, so John Cena is an awesome, funny dude in real life. Wrestling, I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
In reality, you're like, "Man, John Cena's a piece of shit in real life, but he makes me laugh." So right on, piss off whatever Bella he
hey,
wants.
that's an
Like,
apt argument.
Total
That's an apt
Divas was
argument.
made for all the girlfriends who are like mad at their boyfriends
For watching wrestling, yeah.
And there was like, let's make a show
Light
for the
bulb.
girls.
So basketball wives, pretty much.
Basically,
Yeah.
basketball
Yeah.
wives for WWE.
I mean, dude,
Piss off
the
a
amount of
lot
people
of
that
people
people are like
right
that are sympathizing with the Miz now because he has a show. It's like people could feel how they feel about the Miz, but I'm like been saying this guy is a Grand Slam champion for years before he even got to where he's at. Now that he has a show, everyone's like, "Yo, the Miz is kind of funny," and I'm
he
like,
deserves it. I'm like,
the Miz is fun.
Yeah, everyone's finally
the Miz
coming
is
around,
A
yeah.
treasure. Let's not get.
I don't know, man. He left California to
twisted.
Texas. I don't know about that.
right?
I mean, I
Might be
leave
moving back.
California for not Texas.
Would you? I was about to say, I don't know. You would not with that hat on.
Do you know how?
I don't know. That's not a good idea.
This
But
is a, this is a luxury
That
head
cap,
wrap, sir.
a little
You know,
bit.
So-
Saint's got his scarves and shit.
He does.
I got a head wrap.
Is that
I
silk?
got a chain.
Is that silk?
It's
Merch
silk-
coming?
Silk-ish.
Got some Roscoe do-rags
I'm
coming?
working on some RJ do-rags.
There
Why
we go.
not?
There we go. Got to appeal to
You want
the
one?
I mean, kind
to the
of,
demographics.
kind of now.
I don't know how. I don't know.
He's
how,
not gonna pay for it though.
You
He's-
know, I don't
he's-
know. I don't know how I feel about you.
We'll send it.
wearing
We'll send it
do-rag.
to the office,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Come on, man. I'll sign for it. Don't worry.
Coming to the Cypress swap meets. Anyways,
Yeah.
the final news. Corey Graves has stated that it is forbidden and against the WWE rules to have any communication with Jon Moxley whatsoever.
Really?
Pretty much, Dean Ambrose's name is already being taken off every
Yeah,
WWE Shield video.
You see that? How, yeah, they won't even like.
They
mention
mute it
this.
whenever anybody is about to say it. And
They
according to
hate
Corey
him.
Graves, it's against the rules to communicate with him whatsoever.
His wife.
So
works
how
for
does-
the
yeah, I was
company.
gonna-
Life works for the company.
I think that's like the only pass she gets. She's
Wait,
even
does
going
she?
to
I mean, she kind of only is on TV when, like, when they
WWE
do the
backstage.
kickoff
She's
panel
doing
and
the
backstage
panel and
stuff.
WWE
she's not
backstage.
commentating anymore. You know?
No.
can
yeah,
she,
so-
can she mention him on that show since it's
Since
more
CM Punk
Fox
works
run?
for
Yeah.
it, and yeah, it doesn't.
Well, I don't know
work
because
for-
she's not Renee. Like, she's not her real name. She's this fake Renee Young name.
On
that's a
WWE backstage?
contracted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially on WWE backstage, she's technically kind of working for Fox as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think they could really
so-
punish her because she's working to host that show. That's pretty much Fox's whole thing. They're the ones. That's
it's-
the same thing with Punk. He signed to Fox.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, she was gonna work for Fox 5 years ago anyway.
True. It's weird because I know she's even just came out saying that she barely even tweets about him because anytime she does,
People
it's
start
just-
hinting at AEW.
Yeah, like, oh, she's going to AEW. I'm like, dude, they would have let her go, but they're
My
not. They're
my whole
never-
thing again, I
like-
touched on it earlier, what I feel and what I think about Jon Moxley. That being said, I think even less of Corey Graves. So I think it's laughable. I think it's laughable for Corey Graves to take it upon himself to say,
To
"Hey,
not- yeah.
these are the rules.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Corey
Yeah,
Graves.
Well, I would not be shocked
You
if
have
Corey's
more
a snitch.
rules that you need to be following. We can ask your ex-wife how many of those rules you didn't follow. But that being said, still, I think it's. I don't care who the character is, who the wrestler is. Someone quits, someone leaves. It is what it is. You don't have to make a
Yeah.
joke of it. More so, you move on. They're not in your company anymore. We're far past the days of burning the Hart family. We're past the days of doing this. I mean,
Self-destruction of
I think they kind of did it
shit.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
At
if you
this
guys get the
point.
chance, go watch Teddy Hart's promo from last night at Bar.
Watch anything. from Teddy Hart.
From where?
From last night's Bar show.
Okay.
Oh my God! It
What'd he
was.
say?
He
Hinting
brought
what's
up
going?
he brought up the rumors and allegations of that girl that's missing and how it's pretty much hard for him to find any work anywhere. So he's
but
very.
I have all my cats here, so like we're fine. You're
So he's
like-
very privileged to be working for Bar, and he might work for them even more because he just can't find any work right now.
Yeah, because
Well, cool, I'm gonna
last
go
I
see-
heard,
I'm gonna go
you know,
see
the
Teddy at
whole
Bar and-
just the
So-
MLW stuff, and he wouldn't
So
make a
what's-
date.
So,
but I don't
what's your
know.
rate, Teddy Hart? I mean, if you
I mean, he's
Thank you for
available.
working
There's a reason why
shows.
MLW got rid of him.
You can bring
Get
your
him in
cats.
Pillman Jr.
We don't
we
care.
don't need the cats.
You
but
can just have 'em.
He's gonna want you to
We'll
accommodate
have a
them.
cat lady up front, just hang out with them for
There
a
you
few
go.
hours, and
There
you
you
can
go.
just.
Natalia?
We'll play the movie Cats in the
Yeah.
locker room.
No, we won't.
No, we will not.
That scared the. No,
Did you watch
dude.
it?
No.
Oh, thank
Wait,
God.
did
trailer
you say cats
scared me.
scared you?
Yeah, the trailers look horrifying, dude. That's not a horror movie. I think that's the
Oh,
best
man.
horror movie of 2019.
Cats.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I mean, I think it was just made bad. I don't think
It just looked terrifying.
It looked. I think it was made to look
It looked
terrifying.
scary.
I don't know.
I think Taylor
No,
Swift
no,
has
I
something to do
think
with
it
it.
really
That's
Did you go see
horrifying.
no.
Because you were terrified, correct?
Well, I'm
Scary
not
movie.
really a cat person or a musical person.
My
Or
boy,
a scary movie person.
They casted Jason Derulo in the movie. That's all I needed to know.
Jason Derulo's in that movie.
He's a cat.
Just so he could say his name.
Exactly.
while drinking milk and
Black
then,
people
And then
don't like
purr.
cats.
and then purr.
Black people don't like cats, so why is Jason Derulo in
We're
a
dog
movie
people.
about cats?
We get big dogs, name them like Duke, and like.
Okay,
Shit, I
and
don't
one
know.
more other news just to get that out there. AEW is already reconstructing their talents' contracts.
Oh, I heard
MGF
about this,
is
yeah.
already now signed to a brand new 5-year deal, so they're already working to keep some of their talent. Now the WWE is announcing all these new re-signings, which I think some of it's bullshit. They already had them locked down. They're just announcing it because
Yeah,
of the whole Fox
power mode.
WWE backstage
It's-
segments that they need.
Tony Khan got some more money, so he was like, all right.
So it looks like AEW is looking to keep their own and reconstruct some of the contracts that they previously signed when the company started. Now moving forward, they look to lock up some of the talent moving forward. And that's pretty much it for the wide world of wrestling news from my side.
That's actually really interesting. I heard that Tony had actually had a little bit of buyer's remorse for a few of the talents that he signed in the beginning. In my head, only one comes to mind. I don't know, Jimmy Havoc, who's not probably worth the contract.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard that he, like, when it came to like contracts for like Big Swole and a lot of the newer women talent he signed, I heard they have like shorter term deals.
I
Yeah.
know Chris Statlander, though.
Yeah, her too. She's another one that has like a shorter term deal as well. So I don't know. I mean, at least they're still restructuring, trying to get people still signed up, stay on the roster, not leave and everything.
Speaking of AEW, I was on Twitter today. What's going on with Joey Janela?
So Joey Janela is a little bit mad.
Yeah, what's
That,
going on there?
They
what did you
finally
catch
took
last
his-
night?
They
Like-
finally
like
took
Kip
his
Sabian.
storyline.
It's storyline though.
Yes,
right?
I mean, I mean,
But
Is
they've
it
been
storyline or is
they've
that
been
real?
They
pitching
showed
this
it last
for-
night.
yeah, well, yeah,
a
he
while.
was cutting a promo and then he got low blowed by Penelope and pretty much
They're setting it up.
Walks
chumped
off
by
with
by
Kip.
Kip Sabian, yeah. And yeah, they had this whole little exchange.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, dang.
Oh, the
It's a
Joey
girl.
tweet was great.
Joey
yeah.
Janela's been he's been
I love that guy.
he's been entertaining as
Just
well.
don't go full Lana,
No,
Yeah,
no.
Lashley Rusev storyline,
Keep
please.
keep it
I don't-
storyline to have fun with, but
Don't
I think
need
that's
it.
where they lose it when they take too much of like the reality, and then you're like
Try
okay,
to put it to
well,
the product.
hold on now, yeah,
my
like
my
it's
question is Rusev and Lana still actually married?
give them like 3 more
I think
months,
so.
and Vince McMahon say no, they won't be.
Since you guys want to get married with that, yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is like the ultimate like long term.
If we could ask the
Bird.
great man, God rest his soul, Macho Man, he'd tell you he did one storyline with his wife and he's not married no more. So clearly
Yeah,
Vince
very
McMahon
true.
knows exactly
Very
what he's
true.
doing.
Then again, wasn't like who was trying to get at Elizabeth?
Luger?
Yeah, Luger.
He did get
He
it.
did get with
yeah,
her, didn't
he
he?
got too much. He put
Yeah, I was
hooks in
gonna say.
her, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I just know Eric Bischoff hates that guy. So that's all I know.
who doesn't hate that.
I don't think he's the only one.
Very true. But
So you think Luger gets in the Hall of Fame with the NWO? Is that,
Never,
no.
no?
dude. He's not a memorable member.
Just
of
6.
We only get 4 members. We
Not
only
a
get
lot of-
6.
Yeah, I only got 4 members, so let's take the 6th one.
this.
Makes sense.
He's like, yeah, because I think
Bischoff,
like
we
with
just
the,
fired him. Let's bring in
the
X
fourth and the
Pac.
fifth were like both
Yeah.
managers and shit.
Yeah, like,
it was like Rick Rude and
I was really
Vincent.
pulling for 7 to show up because he was always my favorite. So I know that's a bit of a bummer. Big Papa Pump was always close second.
no.
I was
Maybe-
actually pretty close.
Maybe
yeah.
Bagwell. I mean, dude,
Bagwell.
Bagwell would have been a good
as
one.
long as Conan's not allowed in the building.
Conan just shouldn't be.
You guys
or
think Bischoff
someone
should
could
be
just stab
inducted
him
with
outside.
him?
If there was a 4th member, yeah.
If there was
I would
They're
believe
doing
so.
4.
Yeah, yeah.
If they were doing 4 members, realistically, yes, it should have been
Yeah.
Bischoff. I don't think anybody else, not trying to knock anybody, but I don't think anybody else necessarily needs to go in with the NWO.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna put in like a 4th guy that's
Yeah.
not Bischoff, then everyone else should just get
I
like
don't
Scott
know.
Norton.
Yeah,
All these guys
Put
need
them
to go
all in. If you're going to put 4,
Shono
put them
Ono,
all in.
all these guys need to go in there. And if we're gonna open up freaking
If
floodgates.
you're gonna do it, you gotta do it with the whole group. Like,
Yeah.
So is the LWO getting in?
yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, I mean,
you know, I
yeah.
mean, if you're gonna do it, it's like when they put Bad Boy in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You had to acknowledge everybody. You know, Craig Mack, fucking 702,
Man.
Total
Total.
hop.
And by the way,
like
this is not a
names,
shot at
man.
X-Pac, by the way. It's just like...
It's not.
It feels like
one
a
kid
click
to
decision.
another, bro. I'm just saying. Yeah,
It felt most like a click decision to be like, hey, let's put him again in the Hall of Fame.
Just throw it to him. He's not
Yeah.
getting in on his own.
That's solo. Man.
And again, when people bring that up, no shit. Why would X-Pac go in by himself? Why would
There's a lot. I think there's
why
other
would
politics
1, 2,
that go
3
into that.
kid going on his own?
Well,
Like,
1, 2, 3
just-
kid is good, but then
What,
again,
to
that's-
go in on his own?
No, I mean just based off like you
If
know,
they were doing,
that,
like, a whole,
based on
like-
the 1, 2, 3 kid character, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you base it on like
If they're doing, like, a whole,
X-Pac
like,
and all
80s
his
block or
exploits
something
after
like that,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, exactly,
But
exactly, yeah.
Just to be like this year's Wayne.
Yeah, and if
one,
you're going
two,
to
three-
put
no.
Pac in the NWO, you might as well put like Shawn Michaels, Booker T, and Big Show when they try to bring it
Yeah,
back.
yeah, no,
I mean,
100%, yeah.
He was more NWO then than he ever was with WCW.
Because then, if this is the case, you could have done NWO and then NWO Wolfpack and thrown Macho Man, and then maybe still Conan's not allowed.
And then next year,
So
X-Pac and
Conan-
Kane going together.
I'm not okay with you. I don't
Conan, the only thing I just laugh at when it comes to him and NWO is he always said that anytime the NWO were in the ring, he always made sure he was next to Bischoff, so he was always on camera. And I'm like, smart ass man.
Smart man.
Yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? I was
Smart,
like,
but nobody cares, Conan. Your finisher was throwing your fucking shoe at someone.
well, he did the X Factor too, actually. Kind of.
Not for long because he
Irony.
fucked up his back.
His
doing
finisher was being the fucking least likable member of NWO next to.
it. And like he'd wear.
I don't know.
Stevie
I feel like. Wow.
At least Steve
Damn.
Ray get in the Hall of Fame.
Conan's-
Oh,
Very true.
Conan
Whoa.
was George Lopez before George Lopez. Let's just be honest.
Damn.
Dang. I didn't think he was that bad. I thought Conan was kind of entertaining. I wouldn't say he was like one of the most decorated, but it was like when he came out, it's like, okay, it's about to be
I mean,
kind of fun.
But then again, he did give us Rey Mysterio.
That rolling clothesline was kind of dope, though.
Yeah, I've seen
Other
that.
than that, though,
Do we have any questions this week?
Yes, we do. All right,
Get to
so
it.
we had a very extensive Q&A section. Let me.
Oh, well.
It's
They
all right.
actually asked.
Actually,
questions.
that's this week.
People were actually asking questions this week. It's great. So, the first question came from our good friend Phoenix Kid. Why is GCF trying to divide the toxic kids? I mean, but the way he worded it, it's like trying to divide toxic kids.
was that him? Is that him and Toxic Trent?
Yeah.
You saying GCF's trying to split them up or not?
Yeah, like Saint.
I didn't even know
Saint
they were
isn't
together.
Really
I didn't
open
even
to
know
the
we're-
idea of them
We
being
need more
tag
tag
team.
teams. So I mean,
I mean, we're introducing
Well,
tag team
but
belts
the
this year.
last time we
But
saw you guys,
they fought.
you guys were beating the shit out of each other up until backstage.
But hey, sometimes the greatest of enemies make the best
You know,
teams.
That's
iron
not-
sharpens
that's-
iron, as they say.
That's not all true.
And maybe that's what GCF tag team division needs, though. Someone that's not, grown up, not practicing, learning alongside each other. Two people that are on opposite sides come together.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Dusty
Two
Classic. They're just
established
throwing
guys.
tag teams together for that.
Yeah, that pisses me off. They're throwing Riddle and
Yeah, I would
Dunn.
dude.
Riddle and
I'm
Dunn.
like, why wouldn't they?
Well,
put
that's how
him in
weak
the
the
get
NXT
to
tag
that.
division is,
Riddle
huh?
and Pete Dunne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
random.
Kushida with a random
You
You
players
think,
as well.
does anybody else hope that Kushida's mystery partner is Alex Shelley, like I do?
Yes.
A lot of people, but see, is
Oh
he
my
signed?
He went to the
He's at the
Performance Center.
Really?
But technically, Saban went there too, just do like a coaching. So I mean, and
I did hear about
always-
that. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they let people.
No.
I mean, James Storm was there for like 2 weeks and he just dipped
He
out.
Dumbass.
got signed.
He even showed up for a
You
taping.
He just he showed up. He was
signed,
like
though.
there and was like, actually, I'm gonna do this beer money. thing."
Everything that James Storm could have been went to Bobby Roode.
He even tweeted about this like last week.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Like people
He put,
asked
like
him,
the
he's
eye
like-
emoji because I think WWE like posted like the best NXT debuts, and he just put his eye emoji next to it. I was like,
Oh yeah, because they were like, oh, you never know who's gonna show up in NXT. And
Yeah.
You're not allowed, man. But,
like man,
as someone wants to see the tag division grow, I would love to see them.
yeah.
Um,
GCF is
I'll
open
pull
for business
you.
for the tag
I'll pull
division.
for you now, dude.
Interesting.
Just saying.
I mean, that would be an interesting team, but I'd rather see them fight it out first because
well, maybe they gotta call someone out. Maybe they gotta show and prove.
He's got that sweet leather jacket. I like it. So you know what? I do throw my hat in the rolling. I would love to manage you guys. Let's get this going.
Are you gonna get another leather jacket with the graffiti
I
in the
mean,
back?
yeah.
Caddy is money one is
I know.
fuck of
dude.
fire.
Everybody loves it.
that's true.
See?
toxic is money.
So you want to get the toxic kids, but what if they face Di?
Great match. I come out on top.
He gets
either
paid
way.
twice.
Yeah.
And he gets paid twice. That's double management. Come on.
Sami
That's
Zayn
how-
it.
Smart man.
That's how the money cycle works right here,
See?
dog. You only get paid one time.
Hey,
There we
he's
go.
a manager. I don't know.
I don't know if you know
That's
this.
an independent type of situation.
All right. I mean, yeah, independent contractors. You're right. All right. You're right. Next question: who is going to be the wrestler of this new decade? So
Like the
from
best
2020
one?
Like for like
to 2030. Who do you think right now
Who would be the best or like
will be the wrestler that in 10 years from now we're like, man, this guy was the trendsetter, was the end-all be-all, was the best wrestler of this decade? I said my wrestler of this last decade was AJ because of what he did between 4 companies.
Lars Sullivan. I'm just kidding. No,
Ooh.
we won't get into that.
For like the wrong reason.
TJ just saw his
TJ.
breakout star.
Who knows
Yeah.
what we're gonna uncover about him in 10 years? Too, you know what I
Very
mean?
true.
He was with the black guy in one of those.
Don't. Hey man, just.
You know
This ain't-
what?
this
Who
ain't that show.
my easy one. I've been a fan of his since the early days, and I will always stand by it. But now, as I say this, I'm gonna do two. So I'm gonna do one on one company and one on the other, because I think they're never gonna cross again. I would love if they did. From the homegrown, the NXT guys, the WWE, I think I'm going with the man of every hour. Honestly, Swerve. It's Swerve's time.
I love that answer.
On the other side of it,
I do.
why I would love to see their paths cross once again. Obviously, we'll see if it happens, but he's over in AEW. Why can't I just dropped his name right now? Oh,
Who?
sorry, man. Darby.
Darby
Darby
You
is
took my pick. You took my
Darby
pick.
is
Yeah.
hands down the name that we will be talking about in a
I
decade.
just looked it up right now because I forgot.
I
was like, I just looked it up 'cause I'm like, I
knew I was
know it
talking
is.
about Swerve because I've been a huge fan.
I like Swerve.
No,
He-
Swerve. Yeah, I'm.
and I'm
glad
so
it's starting to get
happy.
shown on TV,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm happy in the
I'm
recent
with you with
weeks.
Darby.
I am a little nervous with how they've been booking him because I don't know if they know how to handle his
Yeah.
character that he's built out. You know how
So
they are.
far,
They
they're
don't
doing
like.
okay, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get what you mean. There's definitely characters like that I'm always
Hesitant.
Very fearful.
Yeah.
They
So-
just hate when they didn't make it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah, they try to
change
put
it.
their own twist to it.
Exactly.
Which is why
you
I was
know?
surprised that they even let him keep the Swerve name
Yeah.
when he first got there. I was like,
Yeah, I was very
All right.
surprised.
I mean, it
about
just
that.
sounds good though.
it
Like,
does.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the crowd was going to chant it either way, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they had to.
They just went with
and
yeah.
Triple H isn't dumb enough to really change it.
So, wrestler of the decade for this new decade?
Yeah,
You know, we haven't seen a lot of them. I don't know what's going on with him, but I could see someone like Velveteen Dream
I was gonna say Velveteen Dream too.
making some strides.
I'm glad we all picked black wrestlers, guys. This is great.
yeah, dude. Same.
I mean, I picked Darby.
Well, except you.
I think it
picked
could be
Darby.
this generation's
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy without all the
I feel the same way,
ridiculousness.
but I don't
the
know
drugs, though.
Without the drugs, yeah.
because I feel like he's not going to wrestle that long. He's
Velveteen?
made no Darby.
Darby.
Darby's made
Darby.
comments about not wanting to stay in the game that long because he wants to do films.
Yeah, because he's young.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know how much longer he thinks.
We'll see.
True.
I mean,
We'll see,
we've
yeah.
all seen.
But no,
what
but
Johnson
everything
does
he's already done this
Yeah.
year, people have been talking about.
Yeah.
So
super
I-
talented. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Velveteen Dream though. I can
I
see.
think
him.
he's a good one.
I mean, I can see him at least winning the WWE.
I can see
title
MJF.
a couple times.
Oh, absolutely.
That-
See
yeah.
MJF peaking in
Absolutely. MJF.
AEW.
I can
'Cause
see
he's
Cody
already
still being
doing-
the guy too.
I can too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
If
10 years from now,
if
it's gonna
Seth
be,
turns
yeah.
it around. Who knows, Seth?
And injure somebody else, or I'm just,
Oh God!
Fucking.
takes another legend out.
Right, the stink. If he takes a legend killer,
Oh, there you go.
like him and AOP, and they
yeah, a
just
lot
take out-
cooler.
They just take out
They
legends.
don't let AOP near any legends, bro. They're gonna kill him
what?
for real.
That's
so.
very true.
Like,
yeah.
This
Say
is why
that.
Edge should not come back.
Dude,
This
seriously.
is why Edge should come back.
No,
No,
Bro, one like
there is not
little
enough
club
stem
that's full of his
cells to
back.
save him from AOP and
takes
Seth
out
Rollins.
Edge and Christian just ends the Attitude Era on his own.
There is not enough stem cells to help both of them, man. AOP and Seth Rollins are a dangerous trio.
Let him.
They're not just going to be injured, man. They're going to be paralyzed. Coming back from
Just
that.
let him be a Viking, man. Let him be.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
That
Go make more movies, man.
Yeah,
that could
exactly.
be that could be something.
Well,
We
yeah.
Questions?
Okay. Well, another one. Can I get some of my music on your platform? No.
No.
Who's this?
Some rapper.
Is he good?
It's John
I
Cena.
don't know. Listen to all these
I'm just.
rappers.
I don't know.
SoundCloud.
Hello, RJ. Okay. Hi. Hey. Another guy who's been wanting to give me a tattoo for free. Hi. Hey. I don't want any tattoos.
You don't want the
But these are
GCF,
questions, man. It's just
ink on your
statements.
It's
skin?
just
Yeah.
they're just random facts.
No, I'm looking
I
at
thought we
it.
actually had.
I mean, my mom said she's proud of me. Don't disrespect my mom on television.
I'm not, but that's still
Mama
not
RJ?
a question. I'm just saying, like,
Tap in.
unless she's asking if she's
tap
proud
in
of
with my
you.
music page. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Jesus
Okay, look.
Christ. Here, I'll throw in the question. We'll just end the show. There's one question that's it. Who was the wrestler of this last decade?
AJ Styles.
Chris Jericho.
The entire. I would have to agree. Chris
Jericho?
Jericho.
Started the
Yeah,
decade world
shit.
heavyweight champion, the list of Jericho, the rivalry with
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, IWGP Intercontinental Champion, his match with Kenny Omega, Wrestle Kingdom, and then AEW champion.
AJ kind of had the same trajectory though.
I mean, there's no doubting the direction that AJ's been tearing down ever since he came to WWE for sure. But I don't know
Even then, I
a
mean,
better decade. I don't
His
know.
last run with TNA and
But see, a lot of people don't know him. from TNA because people weren't watching TNA.
In 2010, Chris Jericho was the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and that was when he was like that was like Nick Bockwinkel version of Chris Jericho. Right?
Yeah.
Talk real low, big words.
Had the match
Everyone's
with
an
Edge at
idiot.
WrestleMania, retained the belt.
That was Jericho, right?
I think a little bit after, yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite Jerichos.
So you're saying that it's not Joey Ryan?
No. As much as I like Joey Ryan. I mean,
All right, let's wrap this baby up, ladies and gentlemen.
let's do that.
Thanks for watching. Again, 2020 is going to be a fantastic year for GCF. February 8th, no name for the show yet, but the card is stacking up very, very nicely. I'm one of your co-hosts, Hollywood Hogan.
Always Rossi Montgomery.
Oh, I'm Quincy Jones. Go. I thought you were gonna go, sir.
He goes
I
last.
go last.
Oh, you always go
Gee.
last. I gotta get used to
And
this.
I am RJ Wallace.
Signing off.
Shout out to my guy Joseph Saint out there scouting talent. Hey, get the big ones, brother. All right, go to Santino's. Just don't go to Barstow, brother. All right.
There's some talent at Ring of Honor you can poach.
Stay away.
Until next week, we will be back at our regularly scheduled time.
Wednesday nights.
Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. right before AEW. To watch us first, and we'll be here
Or
on Free
after,
Mission
depending on what time
Media.
you watch.
Thank you guys for supporting us and watching us in 2019. In 2020, we promise we will put out the best product that Southern California has seen this year, and God damn it, we will be promotion of the year, whether you like it or not, SoCal Uncensored. So, Happy New Year.
Fired.
Okay.
I'm sending him this clip.
You guys have a good night. And also, listen to the brand new episode of the That Geek Show podcast that yours truly is on. You know, Matt's and Mark's came from That Geek Show.
Plugging
So,
things now, man?
well, I mean, we got to. I mean, you know, why not?
Always stay.
I mean, it's hosted by one of our announced team, Eric Lucas. You know, we talk about that great Star Wars movie. We talk about terrible wrestling. We talk about
Thank you. It was great.
that one show on Netflix that I think.
I thought you were talking about The Witcher.
Yeah,
The
that
Witcher
would've been
show.
better.
Terrible game.
Better pick.
Yeah. So, I mean, wherever you get your podcast. But thank you guys for supporting us. Keep supporting us. February 8th, the GCF Dojo. We will be here next week. We'll have a lot more information for you. Hopefully, Gio Amazing won't be here. So, we'll keep hope alive. Hope you guys have a safe and happy weekend. Merry 2020. And what does he say? Fuck. You can be a mark, but don't get on
I
the
think you
mat.
messed it up, dude.
Or
Nice.
no. Don't leave all your bumps in the... No, that's Delos.
You're gonna have to get this like rigged.
Yeah.
You have to get like your
Oh,
own.
leave all your bumps on the mat or you're just another mark?
Question mark. I need to have that saved,
Yeah,
man.
with that said, good night, everyone. Thank you guys
That's
for
how we
watching.
close the show.
That's awesome.